All right, we are going to be inscribing a circle in a triangle. Inscribing means to draw a circle perfectly inside of a triangle, so it touches all three sides of the triangle. To do this, we need to find the incenter, and the incenter is at the intersection of all of the angle bisectors. So that's what we're going to do first, is to draw two of the angle bisectors. We could draw all three, we only need to draw two. So we're going to start with our compass. And we're going to go to any of the vertices. I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to set it kind of small, okay? Kind of small, and draw an arc across two of the sides. Then I'm going to move it down to where it intersects with one of those sides, where that arc intersects. And I'm going to unlock it, and I'm now going to make my compass rather large. I'm going to move it outside of my triangle so I can leave my triangle pretty clear. It's going to have a lot happening inside of there pretty soon, and I want to leave it clean, okay? So I'm going to lock it, and then I want this arc that I'm going to draw, to go across the center of where this angle is going to be. Let me point to where I'm saying. The center of my angle bisector will come, let's see, kind of right through here, if you can kind of imagine. So I want my arc to kind of go across here that I'm going to draw, okay? So here, I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to draw him out here, lock him in, and I'm going to want it to go across there. So I'm going to draw there. Then I'm going to move him over to the other side and draw another arc that will intersect with that first one. All right, now I have found, I'm going to grab my ruler, I have found a point that is equal distances from these 2 points over here. See those? And if I match up, I'm going to put my ruler at my vertices and all the way out here to that point out there, and I draw a line to it. It is the angle bisector. Oh, it's frozen up again. Let's see if I can get it to unfreeze here, guys. There we go. All right, there's my angle bisector. Just perfectly cut that angle in half. All right, now I'm going to do it again at any of the other angles. It does not matter which one. So I come over here, bring this around, kind of small, give myself an arc, move it here, unlock to make it nice and big, and give myself an arc that's a decent size. All right, bring him around. There we go. And my second angle bisector. All right, so this new point that I have right here, that is my incenter. It is exactly the center of the circle that will then be drawn right here in the middle of my circle, or in the middle of my triangle. Now what I need is another point somewhere on one of these edges that will then become the 2 points for my compass that I can then put my here, lock it in, and I can go around and perfectly make a circle. But I don't know exactly where that is, and I can't guess because ALEKS will ding me for it. So I need to have exactly the closest point, and exactly the closest point will be perpendicular. If I were to draw, like if I knew, let's see, take that off of there. Wherever this point is, if I drew a line from there to here, it'll be exactly at 90 degrees to that line, okay? So how I find it, I'm going to draw a perpendicular line, and we know how to do those. It's a little messy, but that's okay. I'm going to choose to draw a perpendicular line to this side, and mostly I'm going to do it because there's not anything happening on this side. I could do it to any side, doesn't matter, but I'm going to choose to do it to this one. So I'm going to set my compass on my incenter. I'm going to bring this side over to here, and that looks about the closest. I'm going to go a little bit wide of that. See that? Make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to lock it. And then I'm going to draw an arc from there around so that it intersects with that side of the triangle twice. Okay? Then I'm going to move my compass out to one of those intersections, and I'm going to make an arc out here and move it to the other intersection with the side of the triangle and draw another arc to intersect with that first one. See? All right. See kind of what I did there? All right. Maybe take a screenshot if you need to. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and set this on there and set this on here. And you can either draw a line, that might be what I do, that's what I usually do, from that in center out. But really what I am looking for is this point right there. That's the point that I'm looking for, okay? I'm going to turn that off. I am looking for, I'll turn him on, right? That point, okay? Now I'm going to turn on my compass, set him at my in center, and that point, which is the very closest point on the edge around my triangle, lock him in and make a circle. Turn that off and hit check.